Welcome to Rainy Day Rabbit Holes, where we take the history of the West off the rails.
If you like your history unhinged, you are in the right place.
I am Shea.
And I'm Jody.
Let's fall down the rabbit hole.
Shea,
Yes, that's me.
let me ask you a question.
Okay, ask.
It's totally hypothetical.
Okay.
But if you're a superpower in the middle of a Cold War and you're feeling a little insecure about your technical prowess,
Okay.
what's the logical thing to do?
Blow some stuff up.
I mean, you're so aggressive.
I mean, isn't that what
Don't you?
superpowers do?
If you're feeling insecure about your prowess, I guess blow some stuff. I would. My thought
isn't
was
that the whole thing about fireworks?
getting the best scientists, the best engineers, going to work on a mission.
I'm putting myself into the shoes of a man.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, not a woman.
Got you.
Who would, have some logic and reason
And the
say,
Cold War was,
Yeah.
a time where primarily men were in charge of these things.
Yeah, it was basically a penis measuring contest.
Yeah.
The Cold War.
Yes, definitely.
Like on an epic scale, though.
Well, I mean, if you had said send a man to the moon, you'd be half right.
Okay.
But the other half, well, you could just blow it up, just like you said.
Yeah, see? I was right there.
Did you spy on my story?
No,
It was laying out. Did you read it ahead of time?
I did not
Did
read
you
it,
cheat?
but I just figured if you're a man and you're feeling insecure, you either buy a giant truck, but if you're a country and a superpower, I guess you could buy some giant bomber planes or some tanks or whatever. I mean, we just had a certain president who shall not be named throw a parade for his birthday with a squeaky tank in it. So,
Right. Oh my God, it was the biggest. Wow. That's so off topic. Yes, and then the marching, and then some of them weren't even wearing the same
uniforms.
Like
Was there
not
some-
regulation. Like somebody didn't have the right T-shirts on underneath, and yeah, I mean they were just doing their own thing,
One of them had a clown nose on.
walking around, not marching. It was weird. Okay, but back to the story. Let me introduce you to Project A119, the top secret.
Sexy.
Right?
A119. Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby. The top secret United States Air Force plan in the 1950s to literally nuke the moon.
Well, that's just silliness, Jody.
I mean,
that can't be real.
if you're in a competition and you might not win, just nuke it.
Right? Blow stuff up.
And this is not metaphorical, not blow up the idea of the moon. No. Take a big, shiny nuclear bomb and launch it into the sky to make an interplanetary middle finger aim straight at the Soviet Union.
If I can't have it, neither can you.
Right. If you're going to get there first and you're going to claim it, I'm going to blow it up.
It's like murdering a woman because she rejects you.
Right. Same principle. So let's back up. It's late 1950s. Elvis is shaking his hips.
Ooh.
Everyone's pretending to not know the milkman is their actual dad. And the United States is losing the PR war in space.
Yeah.
Sputnik just went up. Beep, beep, beep.
Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah. Sputnik is always beeping.
That is true. But it's kind of echoey because it's space.
Oh, yeah. How do I get that echo sound?
Beep,
Oh, yeah. Good.
beep, beep.
Nailed it.
Look at me with my mouth sound effects.
Russia is now officially better at beeping in orbit, and America is panicking.
We're the best beepers of all.
So what does the Air Force do? They call in the big brains. The big brains.
Mm-hmm. Big, beautiful brains.
Enter the Air Force Special Weapons Center, which sounds like it should be a laser tag arena, but no. This was where they kept the real big villain ideas. So
This is where we specialize in blowing stuff up.
Oh, yes, stuff. In 1958, they hatched Project A119,
Kinda
or
sexy.
as it was affectionately nicknamed, a study of lunar research flights.
Oh, that doesn't sound like what it actually is.
Which is code for we're going to put a nuke on a rocket and detonate it on the moon.
Did they not see the problems with this before they started this
Well,
project? Like, I can immediately be like,
Apparently,
the moon is responsible for things like tides and stuff. This would cause a lot of problems. Am I jumping ahead?
Kind of.
Somebody
I mean,
finally
obviously it
figure
didn't
that out.
Yes, obviously it didn't happen, right? So someone
Well,
eventually stopped them, but they get quite far.
the fact that it even became a project,
Right? It
when
has
that is
it
so
has a title.
simple to be like, yeah, no, we can't do that. That is bad. That would really mess up life on this planet.
So why did they want to do this? Public relations.
Ego.
Yeah, public relations. Not even kidding. So they believe that if a nuclear explosion lit up on the dark side of the moon, literally a mushroom cloud on the moon, it would be visible from Earth and the whole world would see America's big ol' space balls. Screw science.
Yep.
Screw the consequences.
Penis measuring contest.
This was about prestige. They wanted to say, hey, Soviets, we don't just launch satellites. We bomb the sky. We bomb the planets. Now, here's where it gets even more insane. They're scientists working on this. Like, it gets past the point of just somebody coming up with the idea and a scientist goes, well, no, see that, in theory, maybe. But no, this would happen. No, scientists are working on this now.
Like, sure, great.
And
Let me light another cigarette and I'll keep going.
They weren't even just a bunch of military meatheads. They were legit geniuses. One of them, a young Carl Sagan.
No, Carl Sagan, say it ain't so.
So.
No.
Yes, that Carl Sagan, the cosmos guy, the billions and billions of stars guy.
The extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence guy.
Yes. At the time, he was just a brilliant young physicist who was tasked with calculating the visibility of the explosion from Earth. So, I mean, he wasn't in on the planning of doing it.
Okay, he was just doing some maths.
Yes.
Some physics stuff.
Imagine being fresh out of grad school and someone hands you a folder labeled, "How big does the boom need to be?" So that you can see it from on Earth from the moon.
So he was just in charge of like some calculations, basically.
Yes. And he was baby scientist.
Okay.
He's brand new.
All right. So he's still fine.
He's still okay. So far, so good.
Yes.
Of course, he was probably like, oh, sure, this seems normal. But it was the 1950s and everyone was casually radioactive from testing anyway. Did you know that for a long time you could go and x-ray your foot while you're trying on new shoes? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And if you see like old radiologists before they knew what would happen, their hands were all burned from putting their hands in x-rays and stuff.
Well, I mean, this isn't long off of the era with the radium girls.
Right.
When they discovered radium and they were painting, the radium girls were painting the dials on watches for soldiers with radium paint. And remember, they would make a point on the brush with their mouth, and then they started getting cancer in their bones, and their jaws were falling off, and like terrible things were happening.
We were highly unaware of what was
going to happen. And this was also the time where like bathing in radium waters was a health thing. Drinking water with radium in it was a health thing, like a healthy
glow.
Yeah, it does give you a healthy glow until your teeth and hair start falling out.
Yeah.
And then you die.
Of some horrible deteriorating disease.
Yeah, some of the radium girls, they dug their bones up like 30 years later and they could still glow in the dark.
Oh my gosh.
Their bones were riddled with holes like Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Because the atoms just going. Anyway, this isn't that far off of.
No, it's that era. It's that time where people were unaware of what was going to happen. So they didn't have all the knowledge about what would happen if you nuked the moon like we do today. But still, they did have the knowledge of how important the moon was to the Earth.
Right. We kind of are in a parasocial relationship with the moon, as it were.
Right. So the plan was to use a modified intercontinental ballistics missile, essentially a space gun, to launch
an ICBM.
And they would launch a small nuclear warhead toward the moon. They weren't planning to blow up the whole thing, mind you.
Okay,
just
they just
to make a light show,
like a fireworks display on the moon. Like
with nuclear.
Well, I mean, it has to be nuclear in order to see it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You can't just put like some sparklers up there.
Come
expect
on,
anybody to see it.
Yeah, like the big, not even the big final event at
the fair.
Yeah, the estimated explosion would have been about the size of the one dropped on Hiroshima, because nothing says we're better than the Soviets like replicating a war crime in space.
Yeah.
Now, before
Hey,
you
there's no one there to brutally kill, so it's fine. It's a victimless crime.
victimless crime, not all the humans on Earth won't be. Yeah. Now, before you panic, no, we didn't actually do it. Obviously.
Right. Things would be a lot different now.
Well, a few things got in the way. First, a couple of those scientists, maybe even Carl himself, started saying, hey, what happens to the moon's orbit if we punch it with a nuke?
Right.
Spoiler, bad things, really bad things. Even a small shift in the moon's movement could mess with the tides, climates, and possibly trigger global consequences.
Yeah.
Not to mention, if something went wrong, the missile failed to launch, or worse, landed back on Earth, that's a whoopsie apocalypse. So.
Yeah, it just slingshots around the moon and then lands in some metropolitan area.
And on top of that...
And then it sparks a war because that country will think that somebody's attacked them. And then we all die.
Even if they know it's a dumb move, they probably would still retaliate for being stupid.
Well, and this was the time. This was during the Cold War, the time of mutually assured destruction. So, yeah, it would have been a world-ending event.
Yep.
Could have been.
And on top of that, NASA was being born. The United States realized that maybe instead of nuking the moon, they could, go there, walk on it, maybe take some selfies with a flag. So Project A119 was scrapped quietly and
Thank
buried
goodness.
Deeper than your worst high school secrets. Because this is just as shameful. It wasn't even made public until the late 1990s when a biography on Carl Sagan uncovered some of these documents. The full details still classified in parts because apparently blowing up the moon is still considered sensitive information.
Yeah, you think?
Mm-hmm. So to recap, in the throes of a Cold War anxiety, the United States seriously considered nuking the moon, not for science, not for strategy, but for swagger.
Oh, jeez.
It's one of those rare times in history where the phrase, hold my beer, feels like it was said by an entire government agency.
Oh, good grief.
So next time you look up at the moon and admire how peaceful and eternal it seems, just remember, we almost tried to blow it up and win the flex off with the Soviets.
Oh, good grief.
Because, hey, what's a little lunar devastation when your national ego is on the line?
Exactly.
It's what's most important. That's it for today. That's our descent into madness. And I hope you're enjoying our silly summer series. And this is part of that, a silly story. Although it's true, but it's silly. But it is true.
Yes, that is silly. And you know what? Honestly, it makes me feel a little bit better about things today because we've always done stupid things as a country.
Yes.
Especially when we're now have power and whatnot. So we're let's put nukes on the moon.
Yeah, we've had
that's a great
idiot ideas in the White House before.
Yeah. So really, that gives us hope.
Hope. I love hopeful stories. Ones that come with these are like parables,
right? Cautionary tales, as it were.
Yes,
that was great.
All right,
I did not know anything about that before, so thank you.
I didn't either. That was crazy.
Oh my god, so silly. We're so dumb. Like we, as in
humans?
Mankind.
Yeah.
Yes, humankind. So dumb.
Ruff here would never have tried to come up with that plan.
No, he wouldn't. He'd just pee on the moon. He's like, how can I pee on the moon?
Yeah,
he's peed on every picnic table at this campground so far.
Nailed it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you have been enjoying our little virtual global road trip on our silly summer season. And we will be back at you soon with full-length episodes. And then we're getting real close to spooky season.
Yeah.
So if you have a spooky season topic that you want us to cover from the, Western half of North America, please email me at shay@rainydayrabitholes.com. And you can always support us by joining our Patreon. On our Patreon, you get bonus episodes plus ad-free episodes. Plus, you get that warm and fuzzy feeling from knowing that you're helping to support the show because our Patreon is the only way that we pay our podcast bills. And there are podcast bills.
There are bills.
Yes, this is a passion project that costs money. So we really appreciate all of our Patreon supporters. We are going to be trying to ramp up our Patreon and release more bonus episodes. So it's a great time to join. All right, guys. Well, and you can find that at rainydayrabitholes.com/support. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, and we will see you next time. And
See you down the rabbit hole.